Hello, this is Gary Schnitkey, and this is a 5-minute Farm Doc Daily dealing with the 2025 Farm Bill What If tool. Recently, the American Relief Act of 2024 was passed, and that happened in December. That act extended the 2018 Farm Bill into 2025. Farmers will have again until April 15th, which is a month longer, to make the same choices that they have done in the past. Farmers have the choice of between PLC and agricultural risk coverage county level, ARC county, and those can be made per crop per FSA farm. They also have the ability to choose ARC individual coverage, and that aggregates all FSA farms for which it is chosen. Most farmers choose between PLC and ARC County, and we would suggest making those choices again in 2025. This year, the effective reference price will be higher for all commodities, corn, soybeans, and wheat. For example, the effective reference price for corn will be $4.26, which will be higher than last year, and also higher than the $3.70 statutory reference price. ARC benchmark price will also be high, and it will be $5.03 or higher than it was last year, $5.03. And a key benchmark here is 86% of that ARC benchmark price, which is $4.33. That's a key benchmark price because ARC guarantee is 86% of benchmark revenue. So if we have the same yields as the benchmark yield, ARC County will trigger at $4.33. That $4.33 is a bit higher than $4.26, and that indicates that ARC County will likely have a higher chance of paying than PLC. Similarly, if we look at soybeans, 86% of its benchmark price is $10.47, and that is considerably higher than the $9.66 effective reference price. There is a large preference for ARC County for soybean. Wheat, 86% of the benchmark price is $5.78, and that is again higher than the effective reference price of $5.56. So for all three of those commodities, corn, soybeans, and wheat, ARC County likely has a higher chance of payment and larger payments than PLC. The one caveat to that all, though, is if we have very low prices or market year average prices much below the effective reference price, PLC will pay more than ARC County because it doesn't have that 10% cap, which ARC County does. The 2025 Farm Bill Decision Tool will help make those decisions, and that will show for any county crop practice combination projected payments under different market year average prices and different yields. Here we're showing ARC County for Champaign County, Illinois for corn, and here you can see that those payments reach a high of $96 per acre. Those happen for lower projected prices and lower yields. We also show that same chart for PLC, and here you will see that PLC begins making payment when we're below the effective reference price of $4.26. County yield doesn't matter, and those payments increase from $8 at $4.20 up to $100 at $3.60, and will continue to increase below that. We also show the difference. So here in this panel, we're looking at negative numbers, and that is where ARC County makes higher payments than PLC. But again, when we get to lower prices, PLC will make higher payments. Overall, giving preference to ARC County for corn, soybeans, and wheat with the caveat of those lower prices seems to make sense. You can read more about this in the Farm Doc Daily, link to this video description.